How to identify a dangerous person in your life. Wisdom for living. Beware the fury of a patient man. John Dryden. Have you ever found yourself questioning whether someone close to you might pose a hidden threat? It's a daunting thought, but an important one to consider. In today's video, we will delve into essential Stoic wisdom to help you identify a dangerous person in your life. This knowledge is not just theoretical, it's practical and vital for ensuring your safety and maintaining your peace of mind. Understanding these warning signs is crucial. From subtle manipulations to more overt red flags, being aware of these behaviors can protect you from potential harm. We'll explore various indicators that might reveal a person's dangerous nature, drawing on Stoic principles to provide you with a clear and actionable framework. By the end of this video, you'll be better equipped to recognize and navigate these tricky relationships. Whether it's a friend, family member, or colleague, identifying these signs early can make a significant difference in your life. Remember, your well-being is paramount, and being prepared is the first step towards safeguarding it. So, let's embark on this important journey together. Stay tuned as we uncover the Stoic insights that can help you identify and handle dangerous individuals in your life. Your journey to a safer, more mindful existence begins now. One, manipulative behavior. Recognizing dangerous individuals in your life is crucial for maintaining your peace and well-being. One key characteristic to watch for is manipulative behavior, a common trait among harmful people. Manipulation can be subtle or overt, but its purpose is always to control and dominate. Emotional manipulation is a significant red flag. Have you ever felt constantly guilty or emotionally unsettled around someone? If a person regularly exploits your emotions, fears, and desires for their own benefit, they are manipulating you. They might make you feel wrong even when you're right, leading you to doubt your own perceptions and judgments. Control is another clear indicator. A dangerous person might attempt to isolate you from friends and family, making you increasingly dependent on them. This isolation can manifest in various ways, such as criticizing your loved ones, making you feel guilty for spending time with others, or subtly discouraging you from maintaining other relationships. Over time, you might find yourself relying solely on this person for emotional support, decisions, and social interactions. This person might also interfere with your decisions, both minor and significant, undermining your confidence and making you feel incapable of making choices on your own. They might express inconsistent behaviors, saying one thing but doing another, or changing their opinions and attitudes without clear reasons. This erratic behavior keeps you in a constant state of confusion and vulnerability, making it easier for them to control you. Consider this real-life scenario. Imagine you have a colleague named Alex who has become quite close to you over time. Initially, Alex seems supportive, offering advice and companionship. However, you start noticing subtle changes. Alex frequently criticizes your other friends, suggesting they don't have your best interests at heart. They insist on spending all your free time together, making you feel guilty if you want to meet others. When you make decisions, Alex often questions your choices, making you second-guess yourself. They might even change their stance on various matters, leaving you confused and anxious about their reactions. Over time, you realize that you feel more isolated and less confident than before. It's essential to recognize these behaviors for what they are: manipulation. Ask yourself, am I constantly doubting my decisions around this person? Do I feel guilty or anxious more often than not? Identifying these signs is the first step towards protecting yourself and regaining control over your life. Remember, trusting your instincts is crucial. If someone makes you feel constantly uncomfortable or unsure, it's worth considering why and taking action. Reflect on how manipulative behaviors can affect your mental and emotional health. Do you feel more stressed, anxious, or depressed around certain individuals? Are you losing touch with your friends and family because of one person's influence? By asking these questions, you can start to see the broader impact of manipulative behaviors on your life. Taking action might seem daunting, especially if the manipulative person is someone close to you. However, your well-being must come first. Begin by setting clear boundaries. Let the person know that their behavior is unacceptable and that you won't tolerate it. Surround yourself with supportive friends and family who can provide a different perspective and help you stay grounded. It's also helpful to seek professional advice. A counselor or therapist can offer strategies to deal with manipulative behavior and help you rebuild your confidence. Remember, recognizing and addressing manipulation is a process that takes time and effort, but it's vital for your mental and emotional health. Understanding and identifying manipulative behaviors is crucial in protecting yourself from dangerous individuals. Trust your instincts, set boundaries, seek support, and prioritize your well-being. By doing so, you can reclaim your life and foster healthier, more positive relationships. 2. Narcissism. Identifying a dangerous person in your life, especially a narcissist, can be challenging due to their often charming and charismatic nature. They have an uncanny ability to draw you in with their magnetism, making it hard to spot their true colors initially. Yet, there are unmistakable traits and behaviors that can help you see through the facade. One of the most telling signs is their relentless need for admiration and attention. A narcissist thrives on being the center of attention and feels deeply uncomfortable or even resentful when they are not. This constant craving for validation often leads to them dominating conversations and situations, always steering the spotlight back onto themselves. Another glaring characteristic is their profound lack of empathy. Narcissists struggle to genuinely understand or care about the feelings and needs of others. They can appear cold, indifferent, and even callous to the suffering or happiness of those around them, as they always prioritize their own desires and emotions. This lack of empathy enables them to manipulate and use people without a shred of remorse. Moreover, a pronounced sense of superiority is a hallmark of narcissism. Narcissists harbor an inflated view of themselves, believing they are inherently better than others and deserving of special treatment. This belief often translates into arrogant and disdainful behavior toward those they deem inferior. Their interactions are frequently marked by an air of condescension and a lack of genuine respect. Narcissists also harbor significant envy and a conviction that others are envious of them. This dual-edged sword of jealousy leads them to undermine and devalue the achievements of others while perceiving themselves as the constant object of others' envy. They are extremely sensitive to criticism, reacting with disproportionate anger or contempt to any negative feedback. This hypersensitivity starkly contrasts with their propensity to criticize and belittle others without any consideration for their feelings. Furthermore, narcissists are notorious for exploiting people to achieve their own ends, showing little to no regard for the emotional or physical toll their actions may have on others. Their relationships are often transactional, based on what others can do for them rather than genuine connection or mutual respect. To bring this into a modern context, think about the workplace. Imagine a colleague who always manages to insert themselves into every project or meeting, constantly seeking praise from superiors while disregarding the contributions of their teammates. This person may often dismiss others' ideas, taking credit for successes and blaming others for any failures. They never seem to show genuine concern when a coworker is struggling, instead focusing solely on their own advancement and recognition. Over time, this behavior can create a toxic work environment, leading to resentment, lowered morale, and high turnover rates. Recognizing these traits in a person can be the first step toward protecting yourself from their potentially harmful influence. By staying vigilant and aware of these indicators, you can make more informed decisions about who you allow into your inner circle. It's essential to prioritize relationships that are healthy, balanced, and mutually respectful. Surround yourself with people who value empathy, genuine connection, and mutual support, rather than those who drain your energy and manipulate your emotions for their own gain. Reflect on your relationships. Do you know someone who always needs to be the center of attention, who lacks empathy, or who reacts poorly to criticism? How does this behavior affect you and others around them? By asking these open-ended questions, you can engage in a deeper self-examination and foster a greater understanding of the dynamics at play in your interactions. Ultimately, the lesson here is to trust your instincts and set clear boundaries. If someone's behavior consistently makes you feel undervalued, manipulated, or drained, it might be time to reassess their role in your life. Embrace relationships that uplift and empower you, and don't hesitate to distance yourself from those who do not. By doing so, you not only protect your well-being but also cultivate an environment that fosters true personal growth and emotional health. 3. Violent or aggressive behavior. Recognizing dangerous individuals in your life is crucial for your safety and well-being. One of the most alarming signs is violent or aggressive behavior, which can manifest in multiple ways. Physical aggression is the most obvious and concerning form, including acts like hitting, pushing, throwing objects, or any physical contact meant to cause harm or intimidation. This type of behavior poses immediate physical risks and tends to escalate if not addressed. Verbal aggression, though less visible, is equally harmful. This includes name-calling, shouting, threats, and constant belittlement, which can erode a person's self-esteem and create an environment of fear and submission. Even when threats are not acted upon, they instill a sense of terror with long-lasting effects. Coercive control is another insidious form of aggression. It involves using intimidation, isolation, and manipulation to dominate another person. This might look like restricting who the victim can talk to, where they can go, and what they can do, making them feel they must ask for permission or face repercussions. This type of control severely undermines a person's autonomy and freedom. Extreme jealousy and possessiveness are also red flags. When someone shows pathological jealousy, they often try to control their partner's life under the guise of protection or love, which can lead to violent outbursts if they feel their control is threatened. Observing behavior patterns is essential in identifying potential danger. Consistent episodes of intense anger, unpredictable mood swings, and overreactions to everyday situations are strong indicators of an aggressive personality. If these patterns are observed repeatedly, the risk of violent behavior is significantly higher. Additionally, a person's history of aggression can be a predictive factor. Those with a past filled with violent or aggressive incidents, whether in personal relationships, at work, or in social settings, are more likely to exhibit such behaviors again. As Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Violence is rarely an isolated incident. It usually forms a pattern that can repeat and intensify over time if left unaddressed. Have you ever noticed these signs in someone you know? It's important to reflect on the relationships in your life and consider if any exhibit these dangerous behaviors. How do you feel when you're around this person? Do you often feel scared, belittled, or controlled? These feelings are significant indicators that something is wrong. Seneca wisely noted, "He who suffers before it is necessary, suffers more than is necessary." If you're constantly walking on eggshells around someone, it's a sign that their aggression is impacting your mental and emotional health. Moreover, think about the last time you felt truly safe and respected in a relationship. What were the key differences between that and your current situation? It's vital to remember that everyone deserves to feel safe and respected. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, advised, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." By recognizing and stepping away from aggressive individuals, you're taking a powerful step towards safeguarding your well-being. Are there moments when you feel like you're being manipulated or controlled? Coercive control can be subtle but damaging. It's important to recognize these tactics and understand their impact on your autonomy. Remember, true love and friendship are built on mutual respect and freedom, not control and fear. Think about how often you have to modify your behavior to avoid conflict. Does it seem like you're always the one making concessions? This imbalance is a clear sign of a toxic relationship. Reflect on the past behaviors of those around you. Have they shown a history of aggression or violence? As the old saying goes, the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. By looking at someone's history, you can gain insights into their potential for future violence. This is not about judging someone harshly, but about protecting yourself from harm. Have you ever witnessed someone's anger escalate from minor irritations to full-blown rage? Understanding this pattern can help you identify and avoid dangerous individuals before their behavior becomes a direct threat. As Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Recognizing these patterns empowers you to react wisely and protect yourself. The key is to stay vigilant and trust your instincts. If you feel unsafe or uncomfortable, it's important to take action. Seek support from trusted friends, family, or professionals who can provide guidance and assistance. By being aware of these signs and taking proactive steps, you can create a safer and healthier environment for yourself. How do you usually handle situations when you feel threatened or unsafe? Sharing your experiences and strategies can help others who might be in similar situations. Remember, you are not alone, and there's always help available. Let's foster a community where we support each other in recognizing and addressing dangerous behaviors. Your well-being is paramount, and by learning to identify these signs, you're taking the first step towards a safer and more fulfilling life. If you've made it this far, you're a true guardian of wisdom. Drop a comment saying, "I embrace wisdom," to show your commitment to this journey of discernment. Stick around, the path to a wiser life continues. 4. Lack of empathy. Think of navigating through the complexities of life, striving for tranquility, yet constantly encountering individuals whose presence disrupts your peace. Recognizing such individuals is crucial, especially those who exhibit a lack of empathy, a trait that starkly contrasts with the Stoic values of understanding and compassion. As Seneca aptly said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." This wisdom guides us in identifying and managing the dangerous people in our lives. A lack of empathy is a hallmark of a dangerous individual. Such people are unable to understand or share the feelings of others, leading to profound emotional disconnection. This manifests in various ways, often with severe consequences for those around them. A prime indicator is insensitivity to others' emotions. An unempathetic person may appear indifferent or even dismissive of another's pain or joy. They show little interest in others' problems or emotions, offering no support or understanding. This behavior can leave their loved ones feeling isolated, neglected, and deeply misunderstood. Moreover, these individuals struggle to put themselves in someone else's shoes. Empathy involves the ability to imagine oneself in another's situation and respond with compassion. However, those lacking empathy fail to understand why someone might feel a certain way and often respond inappropriately or harshly. This can lead to constant conflicts and misunderstandings as their reactions do not align with the emotional needs of others. A particularly harmful aspect of this lack of empathy is the tendency to blame victims for their misfortunes. Phrases like, "you deserve it," or "it's your fault," are common. These statements not only inflict emotional pain, but also demoralize the victim, making them feel responsible for circumstances beyond their control. Such behavior is damaging, stripping individuals of their self-worth and compounding their suffering. Relationships with unempathetic people are typically draining. These relationships are characterized by a lack of emotional reciprocity, where one party constantly gives without receiving support in return. This imbalance can lead to emotional exhaustion, as empathetic individuals find themselves depleted from continuously offering understanding and care, without any acknowledgement or reciprocation. The absence of empathy also predisposes individuals to abusive behaviors. Without understanding the impact of their actions on others, such individuals are more likely to exploit, manipulate, or harm those around them without remorse. This creates a toxic cycle of abuse and victimization, trapping empathetic individuals in an unhealthy dynamic from which escape feels impossible. In addition, the lack of empathy severely hampers conflict resolution. In healthy relationships, both parties recognize and validate each other's feelings, fostering dialogue and collaborative problem-solving. However, when empathy is absent, one is less likely to understand the other's perspective, leading to stalemates and escalating conflicts. The Stoic principle of sympathy, or the interconnectedness of all, reminds us of the importance of empathy in maintaining harmonious relationships and resolving disputes. In modern life, encountering individuals lacking empathy is unfortunately common. These individuals can be colleagues, friends, or even family members. It is vital to recognize these traits early and take steps to protect oneself. Setting boundaries is essential. Boundaries help maintain your emotional well-being and prevent the depletion caused by these draining relationships. As Epictetus said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Responding with wisdom and self-care is key to managing such relationships. Furthermore, practicing self-awareness and self-compassion is crucial. Understanding your worth and prioritizing your emotional health allows you to navigate these relationships without losing your sense of self. It's important to seek support from empathetic individuals who can provide the understanding and care that is lacking in your interactions with unempathetic people. This support system can help mitigate the negative impacts of dealing with those who lack empathy. 5. Inconsistent behavior and lying. Recognizing inconsistent behavior and lies is crucial for identifying potentially dangerous people in your life. These patterns of behavior can severely impact your relationships and overall well-being. Inconsistencies and deceit manifest in various ways, from broken promises to sudden shifts in attitudes, and understanding these signs can help you make informed decisions about the people you choose to associate with. One of the first indicators of inconsistent behavior is the contradiction between what a person says and what they do. For example, someone might assure you of their support in a challenging situation, but then fail to follow through when needed. This discrepancy breeds confusion and erodes trust, making you question the sincerity and reliability of the individual. Lying is another significant form of inconsistency. Habitual liars manipulate situations to their advantage, conceal uncomfortable truths, or evade responsibilities. Whether the lies are big or small, they create an atmosphere of dishonesty that ultimately undermines trust. Over time, the accumulation of lies leads to contradictions and revelations that further damage the relationship. Another manifestation of inconsistency is the abrupt change in opinions and attitudes. An inconsistent person might passionately express a viewpoint only to completely reverse their stance without reasonable explanation. This unpredictability leaves others feeling confused and unsure of what to expect, particularly in situations where stability and predictability are crucial, such as in the workplace or close personal relationships. People who exhibit inconsistent behaviors often struggle with maintaining commitments. They may start projects or relationships with enthusiasm, only to lose interest and abandon their promises. This lack of commitment is frustrating for those who rely on them, as it creates uncertainty about whether the person will follow through or leave them hanging at the last minute. Additionally, inconsistent behavior can be seen in how a person treats others. They might be exceptionally kind and generous at one moment, and then act cold and distant the next. This emotional unpredictability can cause significant distress, leaving others feeling on edge and unsure of where they stand. To protect yourself from harmful relationships, it's essential to identify these patterns of inconsistent behavior and lies. Pay close attention to the alignment between words and actions. Take note of unfulfilled promises and be vigilant about sudden changes in attitudes and behaviors. Keeping a mental or physical record of these inconsistencies can help you evaluate someone's reliability over time. Trusting your intuition is also vital. If something feels off, or if someone consistently makes you feel insecure or confused, These are strong indicators that their behavior may be inconsistent and unreliable. Intuition can be a powerful tool in detecting lies and problematic behavior patterns. Let's consider a modern story that illustrates this point. Imagine you have a colleague named Alex who is always enthusiastic about collaborating on projects and promises to share the workload equally. Initially, Alex's eagerness is motivating, and you feel confident in the partnership. However, as deadlines approach, Alex's involvement dwindles, and you find yourself shouldering most of the work. When confronted, Alex has a series of excuses from personal issues to unexpected events, but no substantial action follows. This repeated behavior not only strains your professional relationship, but also leaves you feeling overwhelmed and resentful. Over time, you notice Alex's pattern of unreliability extends to other colleagues as well, and you realize that his inconsistent behavior is a red flag. Reflecting on this scenario, consider how many times you have encountered similar situations in your own life. Have you ever dealt with someone who promised the world but delivered little? How did their behavior affect your trust and emotional well-being? These questions help you to delve deeper into your personal experiences and understand the impact of inconsistent behavior on your life. The key takeaway here is that identifying and addressing inconsistent behavior and lies is essential for safeguarding your emotional health and ensuring your relationships are built on trust and reliability. By being observant, trusting your intuition, and setting clear boundaries, you can protect yourself from the harmful effects of dealing with inconsistent and deceitful individuals. Ultimately, the goal is to foster relationships that are stable, predictable, and based on mutual respect and honesty. 6. Social isolation and control. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone's behavior made you feel increasingly isolated and controlled? It's a deeply unsettling experience, and understanding these tactics is crucial for maintaining your autonomy and well-being. Let's delve into how dangerous people use social isolation and control to dominate their victims and strip away their independence. First, consider the gradual and often subtle process of social isolation. It doesn't happen overnight. It starts with seemingly innocuous comments that plant seeds of doubt about the intentions and loyalty of your friends and family. Have you ever heard someone close to you say something like, "I don't think they really care about you," or, "They've always been jealous of you"? These comments can make you question your relationships and feel insecure about who you can trust. Over time, this doubt can erode your confidence in your support network, making you more susceptible to the abuser's influence. Next, think about the control over your interactions. Dangerous individuals often establish rules and restrictions about whom you can see and when. They might demand to know whom you're talking to, check your messages, or even prohibit you from meeting certain people. They justify this intrusive behavior by claiming it's out of love or concern for your well-being. But in reality, it's a calculated move to limit your independence and increase your reliance on them. Have you noticed any restrictions placed on your social interactions lately? Recognizing these signs is the first step in reclaiming your freedom. The control extends beyond social interactions to everyday activities. Imagine someone insisting on accompanying you everywhere, monitoring your outings, and scrutinizing your actions. This constant surveillance creates an environment where you feel you have no privacy or freedom to make your own decisions. The stress of being constantly watched can be overwhelming and debilitating, leaving you feeling trapped. Have you ever felt like your every move is being monitored? It's a tactic designed to keep you under control and diminish your sense of autonomy. Conflict generation is another powerful tool used by dangerous individuals. They may provoke tensions and disagreements between you and your loved ones by manipulating events, exaggerating incidents, or outright inventing stories. This strategy sows discord and alienates you from those who care about you, deepening your isolation. Have you found yourself at odds with friends or family over misunderstandings that seem to come out of nowhere? It's likely the abuser's handiwork, creating chaos to keep you dependent on them. Emotional manipulation further tightens their grip. Dangerous individuals often make you feel guilty for wanting to spend time with others, suggesting you prefer others over them. This guilt can lead you to distance yourself from friends and family, reinforcing your isolation. Have you ever felt bad for wanting to maintain your relationships outside of the one with the controlling person? It's a deliberate tactic to make you more reliant on them. Manipulating information is another common tactic. The abuser might lie about what your friends and family say or think, misrepresenting their words or intentions to create distrust. This distortion of reality can leave you feeling confused and disoriented, unable to distinguish truth from lies. Have you ever doubted the sincerity of your loved ones because of what someone else told you? Recognizing this manipulation is key to breaking free from the abuser's control. The ultimate goal of these tactics is to make you increasingly isolated and dependent on the abuser. Without an external support network, you become more vulnerable to their manipulation and control. This isolation can have devastating effects on your mental and emotional health, leading to depression, anxiety, and a profound sense of helplessness. Have you noticed a decline in your mental well-being due to feeling isolated? It's a clear indication that the tactics of control are taking their toll. So, how can you protect yourself from these insidious tactics? The first step is recognizing the signs of isolation and control. Maintain connections with friends and family, even when it feels challenging. Establish clear boundaries and assert your right to independence. Reject control tactics and stand firm in your autonomy. Seeking professional help, such as counselors or support groups, can provide valuable support and guidance. Have you considered reaching out to a professional for help? It's a vital strategy for facing and overcoming abuse. Remember the wisdom of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. No man is free who is not master of himself. This quote underscores the importance of maintaining your independence and not allowing others to dominate your life. By recognizing and resisting the tactics of social isolation and control, you can reclaim your freedom and safeguard your mental and emotional health. In reflecting on these insights, ask yourself, how can you strengthen your support network to prevent isolation? What steps can you take to assert your independence and reject control tactics? Engaging with these questions can empower you to take action and protect yourself from dangerous individuals. Understanding these tactics is the first step toward freedom. By recognizing the signs of social isolation and control, maintaining connections with loved ones, and seeking professional help, you can resist manipulation and preserve your independence. Remember, the journey to reclaiming your autonomy begins with awareness and action. How will you take the first step today? Thank you for being here and watching this video. What strategies have you found effective in identifying dangerous people in your life? Share your experiences or knowledge in the comments below. If you're not sure what to comment, just write, "I am aware and vigilant," to demonstrate your dedication to this path of insight. Stay tuned. The journey to a wiser life goes on. 7. Lack of responsibility and victimhood. As Seneca wisely stated, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. This insight reminds us that by equipping ourselves with knowledge and awareness, we can mitigate the impact of those who seek to manipulate and harm. A crucial trait to be wary of is a lack of responsibility combined with a tendency to play the victim. These behaviors are not just frustrating, they can be profoundly manipulative and damaging. People who exhibit these traits are often adept at shifting blame and evading accountability. They never admit to being wrong or causing problems. Instead, they have a ready arsenal of excuses and are quick to point fingers at others. This constant denial of errors manifests in various contexts, from professional settings to personal relationships, leaving those around them feeling frustrated and powerless. When something goes wrong, individuals who shirk responsibility are swift to find an escape route. They might manipulate others into taking the blame, distort facts to appear innocent, or outright lie to avoid consequences. This evasion creates an environment of distrust and resentment, as those around them feel exploited and betrayed. Such behavior is corrosive, eroding the fabric of trust and cooperation that is vital for any healthy relationship or work environment. Another harmful aspect of this behavior is the pattern of perpetual victimhood. People who always see themselves as victims refuse to take responsibility for their own problems or challenges. They constantly find someone or something else to blame for their difficulties, often in a very convincing manner. This can elicit sympathy and support from others, allowing them to avoid any real self-reflection or change. However, for those around them, this endless cycle of complaints and demands for emotional support can be exhausting. Victimhood is not just a passive state, but a potent tool for manipulation. By consistently portraying themselves as victims, these individuals can control others through guilt and compassion. They create a sense of responsibility in others for their well-being, pressuring them to make personal sacrifices to help. This emotional manipulation is particularly effective against compassionate people who naturally want to help and support others. Yet, it is essential to recognize this pattern and maintain your boundaries to avoid being drawn into their web of manipulation. Additionally, people who avoid responsibility and perpetually play the victim often demonstrate an inability to learn from their mistakes. Since they never admit to their faults, they miss opportunities for self-reflection and positive change. This leads to a continuous cycle of destructive behavior, negatively impacting not only themselves, but also those around them. The same problematic situations keep repeating, causing ongoing stress and a sense of hopelessness in their relationships. The impact of such behavior extends to group dynamics as well. In a work environment, for instance, a colleague who never takes responsibility and always plays the victim can create a toxic atmosphere. This can demotivate others, breed resentment, and ultimately harm team productivity. In personal relationships, this behavior can erode trust and respect, leading to conflicts and breakdowns. The inability of such individuals to learn and grow from their mistakes perpetuates a cycle of dysfunction and distress. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward protecting yourself from individuals who exhibit such behavior. Setting clear boundaries is crucial. Do not allow their emotional manipulation to dictate your actions. Maintaining an objective perspective is vital. Do not be swayed by excessive guilt or compassion. Remember the Stoic principle from Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This wisdom can help you stay grounded and clear-minded when dealing with manipulative individuals. Seeking external support can also be beneficial. Trusted friends, mentors, or professional counselors can provide valuable perspectives and support. They can help you maintain clarity and strength in the face of manipulation. Additionally, educating yourself about these behaviors and how to counteract them can empower you to handle these situations more effectively. In our modern world, where interactions are complex and varied, the wisdom of Stoicism offers timeless guidance. By recognizing the traits of those who avoid responsibility and play the victim, and by setting firm boundaries, you can protect your well-being and foster healthier relationships. This approach not only shields you from harm but also promotes personal growth and resilience, embodying the Stoic virtue of wisdom in everyday life. 8. Intuition and discomfort. Intuition and feelings of discomfort are powerful internal signals that can indicate when something is not right in our interactions with others. Often, our intuition acts as a primitive defense mechanism, alerting us to potential dangers before our conscious mind can specifically identify what is wrong. Learning to trust these feelings and recognize their importance can be crucial to our safety and well-being. Since ancient times, intuition has played a vital role in human survival. This internal sense allows us to perceive threats and react quickly, sometimes without concrete evidence. In modern life, though threats may not be as obvious as they were to our ancestors, intuition remains an essential tool for navigating the complexities of human relationships. One of the first indicators that something may be wrong is a persistent feeling of discomfort in someone's presence. This feeling can manifest in various forms. a knot in the stomach, a sense of anxiety, or simply an inexplicable sense that something is not right. These sensations should not be ignored or dismissed as paranoia, as they can indicate that our subconscious mind has detected danger signals that our conscious mind has not yet processed. The importance of trusting our intuition lies in its ability to pick up subtle signals that may not be evident at first glance. For example, a person may behave politely and friendly on the surface, but if their actions, gestures, or tone of voice do not match their words, our intuition may pick up this dissonance and alert us that something is off. This type of internal alert can be especially useful in situations where someone is trying to manipulate or deceive. Intuition can also help us identify harmful or dangerous behavior patterns. Sometimes, the conscious mind can overlook or rationalize inappropriate behavior, especially if we are emotionally involved with the person in question. However, intuition often detects these patterns more quickly and can prompt us to act protectively before the harm becomes significant. It's also important to recognize that feelings of discomfort can vary in intensity and frequency. An occasional feeling of discomfort may be a signal to take a closer look at our relationship with that person. However, if these feelings are persistent and intensify over time, it may be a clear indication that the relationship is toxic or potentially dangerous. In such cases, it is vital to take measures to protect yourself, whether by setting clear boundaries, seeking external support, or even distancing yourself from the relationship if necessary. Trusting our intuition does not mean acting impulsively without concrete evidence. Rather, it means taking our internal sensations seriously and using them as a guide to further investigate our interactions and relationships. This may include observing the other person's behavior more closely, looking for patterns of manipulation or control, and talking to trusted people for an external perspective. Society often teaches us to trust logic and reason more than our internal feelings. However, ignoring our intuition can leave us vulnerable to dangerous situations and people. Learning to balance intuition with rational thinking allows us to make more informed decisions and better protect our emotional and physical well-being. It's also crucial to educate ourselves about the warning signs our intuition may pick up. These can include behaviors like disrespecting our boundaries, inconsistencies in the other person's stories or explanations, and any form of emotional or physical manipulation. The more familiar we are with these signs, the easier it will be for us to recognize them and act accordingly. By trusting our intuition and recognizing feelings of discomfort in someone's presence is crucial to protecting ourselves and maintaining healthy relationships. Do not ignore those internal signals. They may be the key to avoiding dangerous situations and preserving your well-being. 9. Controlling information and facts. Let's delve into another essential aspect of Stoicism and how it can help you identify and protect yourself from dangerous individuals in your life. One significant trait of such individuals is their tendency to control information and facts. As Stoics, we are devoted to the pursuit of truth and wisdom, grounding ourselves in clear perception and understanding. Yet, those who manipulate information aim to disrupt this foundation, posing a threat to our mental clarity and emotional well-being. Imagine someone who distorts reality to serve their agenda. This person might selectively share details, omit crucial information, or outright lie to maintain a narrative that benefits them.
Their actions can be subtle, like consistently forgetting to mention key points, or more blatant, such as spreading misinformation. The goal behind this manipulation is often to create a reality where their power and influence go unchallenged, compromising your autonomy and understanding. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, advises us to maintain a clear and unbiased perspective, to see things as they truly are. This advice is crucial when faced with someone who manipulates information, as their actions can lead to confusion and misjudgment. As Stoics, it's imperative to cultivate the habit of verifying facts independently
and seeking multiple perspectives before forming conclusions.
This practice ensures that we remain grounded in truth, unaffected by deceptive influences. Furthermore, such individuals often leverage controlled information to isolate you from diverse viewpoints. By limiting your access to various sources of knowledge, they ensure their narrative remains unchallenged. This tactic not only undermines your confidence, but also your ability to make informed decisions. Epictetus reminds us to protect our minds from being swayed by deceit, urging us to guard against those who seek to control our perceptions. Consider a scenario where a dangerous person uses information control to sow doubt
And create dependency by consistently altering facts or withholding information. They can make you question your memory and judgment. This form of gaslighting is designed to erode your self-trust,
making you more reliant on them for guidance and validation. The Stoic response involves strengthening your inner resilience and critical thinking skills. Practice mindfulness and self-reflection to stay grounded in your observations and experiences. Stoicism also emphasizes the value of honesty and transparency in relationships. A person who controls information undermines the fundamental trust necessary for any healthy relationship. Recognizing this behavior allows you to set boundaries and distance yourself from those who do not respect your right to the truth. Seneca, in his letters, emphasizes the importance of genuine friendships built on mutual respect and honesty,
reminding us to choose our associations wisely. Now, let's explore how you can apply these Stoic principles in your daily life. How do you respond when you suspect someone is controlling information around you? Do you independently verify facts and seek diverse perspectives? It's essential to remain vigilant and proactive in safeguarding your mental clarity and emotional well-being. By doing so, you ensure that your pursuit of wisdom and truth remains unimpeded by those who seek to manipulate your perception. The pursuit of wisdom is a journey of discernment where clarity and truth are your guiding stars. Remember, identifying a dangerous person through their control of information and facts is not just about protecting yourself, but also about preserving the integrity of your Stoic practice. By remaining vigilant, seeking truth independently, and valuing honest relationships, you protect your mind and spirit from the corrosive effects of manipulation. Recognizing and responding to those who control information is crucial for maintaining your Stoic practice and overall well-being. By staying grounded in truth, practicing independent verification of facts, and nurturing transparent relationships, you safeguard yourself against the dangers of manipulation. As Marcus Aurelius said, the object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Therefore, strive to see things clearly, seek wisdom, and surround yourself with those who respect and value truth. Through this practice, you not only protect yourself,
but also foster a life rooted in honesty, integrity, and wisdom. So ask yourself, how can you cultivate a practice of discernment and truth-seeking in your daily interactions? How can you strengthen your resilience against those
who seek to manipulate your perception? Engage with these questions and let them guide you towards a more enlightened and Stoic way of living.
Thank you for tuning in. What signs or behaviors have you observed that indicate someone might be dangerous? Share your experiences or insights in the comments below. If you're unsure what to comment, simply write, "I am vigilant and wise." Now let's continue for more valuable insights. 10. Outside support. Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-reliance and inner strength, but it also acknowledges the value of external support systems. A dangerous person often seeks to undermine or isolate you from these supportive networks. Understanding this tactic is crucial for preserving your autonomy and well-being. A key indicator of a dangerous individual is their tendency to discourage or sabotage your connections with family, friends, and other support systems. They may do this through subtle criticisms, fostering mistrust, or creating conflicts that drive wedges between you and your loved ones. By isolating you, they aim to become your sole source of emotional and social support, increasing their control over you. As Marcus Aurelius emphasizes, we are social animals by nature, and this is our good nature. Relationships are valuable sources of growth and mutual support, and when someone tries to cut you off from these sources, they deprive you of essential opportunities for personal growth and resilience. A dangerous person might also manipulate you into believing that outside support is unnecessary or even harmful. They may frame their possessiveness as care, suggesting that others don't understand or appreciate you as they do. This tactic plays on your fears and insecurities, making you more dependent on them. Epictetus advises us to be wary of such manipulations, reminding us that true friends and allies encourage our independence and well-being rather than undermining it. The constant creation of crisis or drama is another tool of the dangerous person. They keep you perpetually occupied with their needs and issues, ensuring you have little time or energy left for others. This form of control is insidious because it exploits your empathy and willingness to help, gradually eroding your other relationships. Seneca wisely notes, associate with people who are likely to improve you. To counteract this, Stoicism encourages us to nurture and protect our support networks, maintain regular contact with friends and family, seek diverse perspectives, and cultivate relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Genuine friendships challenge and support us in our pursuit of virtue, fortifying our resilience against manipulative behaviors. Furthermore, recognizing the value of professional support such as counselors or mentors who can provide objective guidance and help you navigate difficult situations is essential. A dangerous person may dissuade you from seeking such help, fearing the loss of their control. However, prioritizing your well-being and seeking professional advice align with Stoic principles of wisdom and self-improvement. By understanding and identifying these tactics, we can protect ourselves from those who seek to isolate and control us. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Let us use these challenges to grow stronger and more resilient, ensuring that our support systems remain intact and robust. By staying vigilant and maintaining our connections, we safeguard our autonomy and well-being. Embrace the wisdom of the Stoics and let it guide you in fostering relationships that uplift and support you. True strength lies not only in our inner resolve, but also in the bonds we share with others. Protect these bonds, and you will find the resilience to overcome any adversity. 11. Chronic negativity and pessimism. Chronic negativity and pessimism are significant red flags when identifying a potentially dangerous person in your life. Unlike occasional negativity, chronic negativity is a consistent pattern where the individual habitually sees the worst in every situation, leading to constant complaining, criticizing, and a generally bleak outlook. This behavior can drain your energy, affect your mental health, and create a toxic environment that disrupts your peace and positivity. From a Stoic perspective, maintaining tranquility and a positive mindset is crucial, and being exposed to chronic negativity can challenge your commitment to these principles. Chronic negativity manifests as a habitual pattern in speech and behavior. You might notice frequent complaints about life, work, or relationships, a tendency to dismiss positive experiences, and an inclination to be overly critical of others. For example, consider someone you work with who constantly criticizes projects, finds fault in every suggestion, and dismisses any praise or positive feedback. This person's persistent negativity can slowly erode the team's morale, making the workplace an unpleasant and stressful environment. When you identify such patterns, it's essential to address the issue constructively. This might involve setting clear boundaries and limiting the amount of time you spend with the person. Redirecting conversations towards more positive or neutral topics can help manage the negativity. Additionally, encouraging the individual to seek professional help can be beneficial, as chronic negativity often stems from deeper issues like depression or anxiety. In a modern context, imagine a close friend who is always pessimistic about your plans, whether it's a new job opportunity or a potential relationship. They might say things like, "I doubt that will work out," or "Why bother trying? It's going to fail anyway." Over time, this relentless pessimism can make you second-guess your decisions and feel demoralized. A story from everyday life might illustrate this point further. Picture yourself at a family gathering, where a relative perpetually complains about everything from the weather to the food, the state of the world, and every minor inconvenience. Their relentless negativity casts a shadow over the event, making it hard for everyone else to enjoy the occasion. This kind of environment can significantly affect your emotional well-being and make you dread future gatherings. To preserve your mental and emotional well-being, it's crucial to recognize these patterns and take appropriate steps to mitigate their impact. This aligns with the Stoic principle of maintaining tranquility amidst external chaos. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, wisely noted, "The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think, or do, only what you do." This principle reminds us that we have control over our responses and choices, not over the negativity of others. By recognizing and addressing chronic negativity, you protect your peace and foster an environment that encourages positivity and growth. Ask yourself, have you ever felt drained after interacting with someone who is consistently negative? How did it affect your mood and outlook? What steps can you take to protect your well-being while still showing compassion towards the person? By contemplating these questions, you can better understand the impact of chronic negativity and develop strategies to handle it effectively. Chronic negativity and pessimism can significantly disrupt your mental peace and emotional health. Recognizing these patterns in others and addressing them constructively can help maintain your tranquility and foster a positive environment. Remember, it's essential to protect your peace while encouraging positivity and growth in alignment with Stoic principles. By doing so, you can continue to pursue a fulfilling and serene life, free from the draining effects of chronic negativity. 12. Pathological lying. Pathological lying isn't just about the occasional fib we might tell. It's a habitual, compulsive pattern of deceit that can severely damage relationships and erode trust. Imagine someone who constantly weaves elaborate tales, often inconsistent or contradictory to known facts, without showing any remorse when caught in a lie. This behavior creates a web of mistrust and confusion, making it difficult for you to discern what's real and causing significant emotional distress. From a Stoic perspective, truth and integrity are cornerstones of a virtuous life. The ancient philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." This wisdom speaks to the importance of honesty and the dangers of deceit. When dealing with a pathological liar, your commitment to these principles can be severely tested. So, how do you identify such a person? Pay close attention to their behavior over time. Notice if they frequently lie unnecessarily or have a tendency to embellish and exaggerate their stories. These are red flags that you might be dealing with a pathological liar. Confronting a pathological liar is undoubtedly challenging. It requires a careful balance of empathy and adherence to facts. Marcus Aurelius advised, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change. For I seek the truth, by which no one was ever truly harmed." This Stoic approach can guide you when addressing the issue. Approach the individual with a focus on specific instances of their dishonesty and set clear boundaries to protect yourself. Encouraging them to seek professional help is also crucial, as pathological lying often stems from deeper psychological issues that need addressing. Addressing pathological lying is essential for maintaining a harmonious and virtuous life. Recognizing the signs and tackling the issue constructively not only safeguards your well-being, but also upholds your commitment to truth and integrity. It's important to approach the situation with empathy, remembering that the liar's behavior likely stems from underlying issues, while also taking definitive steps to protect yourself from potential harm. Seneca once noted, "No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar." This highlights the inevitable unraveling of deceit over time and the importance of maintaining your own ethical standards amidst such challenges. Think about a time when you suspected someone was not being truthful. How did it affect your relationship with them? How did it make you feel? These reflective questions help us understand the profound impact of pathological lying on our lives. When we interact with someone who habitually lies, it forces us into a state of constant vigilance, questioning everything they say and do. This constant state of doubt can be emotionally exhausting and harmful to our mental health. By being aware of the signs and addressing the behavior head-on, we can minimize the damage and maintain our peace of mind. So what practical steps can you take if you find yourself dealing with a pathological liar? First, document specific instances of their deceit. This can help you present a clear case when confronting them. Next, set firm boundaries. Make it clear that honesty is non-negotiable in your relationship. Finally, suggest they seek professional help. Pathological lying often requires therapy to address underlying issues, and while it's not your responsibility to fix them, offering a path to recovery can be a compassionate step. Remember, it's not just about protecting yourself from the immediate harm of deceit. It's also about fostering an environment where truth and integrity can flourish. By addressing pathological lying with empathy and firmness, you're contributing to a culture that values honesty and transparency. This aligns with the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature, which includes building relationships based on mutual trust and respect. As we navigate through life, we will inevitably encounter individuals whose behavior challenges our values. It's how we respond to these challenges that define us. Embracing Stoic wisdom, we learn to handle such situations with grace and fortitude. He who has truth at his heart need never fear the want of persuasion on his tongue, said John Ruskin, echoing the timeless value of honesty. Dealing with a pathological liar is one of the many tests we face in our pursuit of a virtuous life. By recognizing the signs, addressing the behavior constructively, and maintaining our commitment to truth and integrity, we can protect our well-being and uphold the values we hold dear. So have you ever faced a situation where someone's dishonesty disrupted your life? How did you handle it, and what did you learn from the experience? Reflect on these questions, and let's continue our journey toward wisdom and tranquility together. 13. Jealousy and envy. In the intricate tapestry of human interactions, understanding the signs of a dangerous person is crucial for safeguarding your peace and well-being. Through the timeless lens of Stoicism, we can learn to recognize the insidious nature of jealousy and envy and transform our approach to relationships, ensuring a life of tranquility and virtue. Jealousy and envy are powerful emotions that can reveal a potentially dangerous person in your life. These emotions can drive individuals to act in harmful ways, such as spreading rumors, sabotaging others' success, or becoming overly possessive. Envy, as Seneca once noted, is the enemy of the happy. It creates a toxic environment that fosters mistrust and resentment, straining relationships and creating an atmosphere of competition rather than collaboration. By understanding the root of these feelings, we can protect ourselves from their harmful effects. From a Stoic standpoint, jealousy and envy stem from a focus on externals and a lack of contentment with what one has. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Stoicism teaches that external possessions and relationships should not dictate happiness. Instead, it emphasizes the importance of gratitude and focusing on internal virtues. When we shift our focus from what we lack to what we possess, we begin to see the world through a lens of abundance rather than scarcity. This shift is crucial in identifying and managing the jealousy and envy in those around us. Identifying jealousy and envy involves observing how someone reacts to others' successes and failures. Key indicators include frequent comparisons, dissatisfaction with their own achievements, and overly possessive behavior in relationships. For instance, someone who constantly belittles others' accomplishments or feels threatened by others' success is likely grappling with deep-seated envy. This behavior not only poisons their well-being, but also strains their relationships, creating a cycle of negativity and distrust. Recognizing these signs early can help you navigate your interactions more wisely and maintain your emotional equilibrium. Addressing jealousy and envy requires open communication and setting boundaries. Expressing how their behavior affects you and encouraging them to focus on their strengths and achievements can help shift their mindset. As Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By fostering an attitude of gratitude and focusing on internal virtues, you can help others and yourself maintain tranquility and live in accordance with Stoic principles. Setting clear boundaries is essential in protecting your mental and emotional well-being, ensuring that you do not get entangled in their toxic emotions. In modern life, where social media and constant comparison often fuel jealousy and envy, it is more important than ever to cultivate inner contentment. Practicing mindfulness and self-reflection can help you remain grounded and focused on what truly matters. When you encounter jealousy and envy, remind yourself of the Stoic principle that external things are beyond our control, but our reactions are not. By embracing this wisdom, you can navigate the complexities of human relationships with grace and resilience, ensuring that your life remains aligned with your values and virtues. Jealousy and envy, if left unchecked, can erode the foundation of even the strongest relationships. They can lead to a perpetual state of dissatisfaction and unrest. However, by adopting a Stoic approach and focusing on what we can control, our thoughts and actions, we can mitigate their impact. Encouraging those around us to adopt a similar mindset can foster a supportive and positive environment. This collective shift towards gratitude and internal fulfillment can transform our relationships and our lives. Jealousy and envy are potent indicators of potentially dangerous individuals. By recognizing these emotions in others, setting clear boundaries and fostering open communication, we can protect our well-being and cultivate healthier, more fulfilling relationships. The wisdom of Stoicism offers timeless guidance in this endeavor, reminding us that true happiness comes from within, and that our reactions, not external circumstances, determine our tranquility. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, let us hold fast to these principles, ensuring that we live in harmony with our values and maintain the serenity of our minds. In conclusion, identifying a dangerous person through their attempts to undermine or isolate you from outside support is crucial for maintaining your Stoic practice. By valuing and nurturing your support networks, seeking diverse perspectives, and prioritizing genuine relationships, you fortify your emotional and social resilience. Remember, true strength lies not only in self-reliance, but also in the wise and balanced integration of external support into your life. The wisdom of Stoicism teaches us to recognize and avoid those who may bring harm or negativity into our lives. Dangerous individuals often display patterns of manipulation, deceit, and control. They may try to isolate you from friends and family, erode your self-esteem, or create dependency. As Stoics, it is essential to remain vigilant and discerning about the people we allow into our inner circle. One of the fundamental principles of Stoicism is the pursuit of wisdom and the cultivation of virtue. In this context, wisdom involves the ability to see people and situations clearly and make decisions that align with our values and long-term well-being. By identifying and distancing ourselves from dangerous individuals, we protect our peace of mind and foster an environment conducive to personal growth. Building and maintaining strong support networks is a vital aspect of this process. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, who challenge you to be your best self, and who provide honest feedback without ulterior motives. These relationships act as a buffer against the negative influences of dangerous people and enhance your emotional resilience. Moreover, seeking diverse perspectives helps us stay grounded and avoid falling into the traps set by manipulative individuals. Engage with a variety of viewpoints, read widely, and listen to the experiences of others. This practice broadens our understanding and helps us spot inconsistencies and red flags in the behavior of those around us. Genuine relationships are based on mutual respect, trust, and a shared commitment to each other's well-being. Prioritize these connections and invest time and effort into nurturing them. When faced with the challenge of identifying dangerous individuals, rely on the insights and support of your trusted friends and family. They can provide valuable perspectives and help you see things you might have overlooked. As we integrate these principles into our daily lives, we become more adept at recognizing harmful behaviors and setting healthy boundaries. This proactive approach not only protects us from immediate harm, but also contributes to our long-term happiness and personal growth. Embracing the wisdom of Stoicism empowers us to lead more intentional and fulfilling lives, free from the toxic influences of dangerous individuals. Thank you for watching. If these insights resonated with you, smash that like button and subscribe for more life-changing wisdom. By incorporating the teachings of Stoicism and remaining vigilant against dangerous individuals, we take control of our destiny and create a life filled with purpose and joy. How do you identify dangerous people in your life? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights might help someone else navigate their own challenges. Let's continue this journey together, supporting and uplifting each other in our quest for wisdom and virtue. As we reflect on today's discussion, remember that the power to shape your life lies within you. Embrace the wisdom of the Stoics, stay true to your values, and cultivate relationships that nurture your growth. The path to personal happiness and fulfillment is paved with mindful choices and intentional actions. Let's walk this path together, one step at a time. Stay strong, stay wise, and stay stoic. Thank you for being part of our community at Stoic in Your Life. Until next time, keep striving for excellence and remember, true strength comes from within.